You actually have to be on cocaine to be on this podcast.
Dirty.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to yet another edition of Cocaine Willie, the official K-State representative on the College Huddle. I am your commissioner, Bob Trollsby, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, the good chef, Andre Napier, and Fireball Matt Marchesini. Tonight, we are going to be drafting our 2024 Big 12 fantasy teams. This is an idea that Chef cooked up way back in like April. We were thinking about off-season content. I'm like, what would be the perfect time to do this? It's right before the football season starts. So we're going to be drafting 3 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and then a defense and special teams unit. And we're going to be revisiting this every week as Chef will be tallying up scores and share who wins and loses each week in fantasy. But before we dive into the episode, we first want to give a shout out to our 2 sponsors, Auntie May's Parlor, who has outfitted us as well with some t-shirts, some koozies, and Pat's Beef Jerky. And we'll start off with Auntie May's. The show is brought to you by Auntie May's Parlor, located at 616 North 12th Street, right in the heart of Aggieville in Manhattan, Kansas. Auntie May's has been in business for 50 years and is an absolute must-visit destination in Aggieville on game days and school nights alike. It's also where I got my first legal alcoholic beverage. So cheers to that. Cheers to Auntie May's.
Bring back the John Daly. Bring it back.
John Daly. The John Daly was my first legal alcoholic beverage. So way back in 2013 with my good friend Trent Jones. But all of that is aside, Auntie May's is far and away my favorite destination in Aggieville. And I always make a point to go visit my auntie every time I go back to the Little Apple. They feature a wide variety of craft cocktails, draft beers, and everything in between, along with entertainment like live music, comedy, and other events every single week. Check out their website, auntiemays.com, to get a list of their upcoming events, including this Thursday, August 15th. They are having the Mighty Fine Jam Night. And next week on Tuesday, August 20th, if you're not going to be watching us live on Cocaine Willie, definitely stop by Local Love Bingo next Tuesday. So go visit your auntie in MHK at 616 North 12th Street, right in the heart of Aggieville. And be sure to tell them Cocaine Willie sent you. Our second sponsor,
Love Bingo.
Local Love Bingo.
I got to look that up.
You should.
I love local Manhattan. Who doesn't?
And our second sponsor of the night, the show is also brought to you by Pat's Beef Jerky, located at 401 Main Street in Liebenthal, Kansas. And I have a story to tell about this real quick. So back in the 90s, my dad used to drive all over the state of Kansas for work, and he would frequently stop in Liebenthal and sometimes stop just to get the Pat's Beef Jerky. He told me this after he found out that they were a sponsor of the pod. So fun little story there. He went out of his way to stop at Pat's Beef Jerky to bring it back to his family, bring it back to coworkers, and, do all that fine stuff. But Pat's has been serving up the finest beef jerky in the Midwest for 34 years running, and they feature mouthwatering flavors like the classic beef jerky, teriyaki beef jerky, and my personal favorite, the savory beef pepper sticks. There are 3 places, count them 3, where you can get yourself some Pat's beef jerky. Excuse me. You can pick it up in person at either the Fridge Liquor Store in Manhattan or at their original store at 401 Main Street in Liebenthal. And last but not least, you can also get your Pat's Beef Jerky online at www.patsbeefjerky.com. And if you use the promo code CATS, all caps at checkout, and that's CATS with a C, you will receive 10% off your next order. So go use the promo code CATS at checkout. Visit patsbeefjerky.com to place your order today. Get some of their merch, their t-shirts, their hats, all that good stuff. Alrighty, boys. Chef, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to you. This is your baby. This is your brainchild. You're coming off of a vacation, refreshed, energized, ready to go.
You look impeccable tonight.
You're
the first
glowing.
time I've ever said that to
Oh
you.
my gosh, is this real? This must be it's like my birthday or something. But yeah, coming off of vacation, you guys held it down. I mean, the episode that we dropped last,
We all held it
banger.
down. We were
I
all
know,
here.
but banger, absolute banger. But this is my baby right here. I love fantasy. This is my jam. Not a lot of people like college football fantasy, but I think it's something fun that we all can do together, and throw a little more competitive spirit into this. We already have our locks that we're wearing bags on our head if we lose. So God knows what happens if we lose in fantasy. Might be something crazy that everybody wants to stick around for, but we're gonna have a little twist in this fantasy season where you draft a player and they have a maximum of 4 games that they can play throughout the season. So everybody's going to have to play every one of their players. We're not going to be able to lean on Avery Johnson every game. So we'll see who everybody drafts, and it could get a little spicy towards the end of the season.
It's definitely going to get spicy. I'm going to go ahead and throw the draft board up on the screen. And this is, we're not picking, I guess we are technically picking from a limited pool of players, but I'm going to go ahead and throw the draft board up where we will be making our selection so everybody can see this. And I've got it just big enough so our sponsors also show up there as well. But the first person who's going to be on the clock tonight, much to our chagrin, is Fireball Matt.
Don't mess this up.
Wait, should I sit on this like every first?
Oh
pick
yeah,
in the
you
NFL
get the
draft?
full
Require
clock.
me to have
And
a
can-
timer out. So
yeah.
timer's going up, and I'm going to set it at 2 minutes. Is 2 minutes enough time?
Wow, 2 minutes. It might
That's
be.
That's awful.
You're already on the clock, Matt. So you're going to need to. You're
I
going to
know.
make a pick here soon.
Well, everyone, there's so many options that I could pick. You could go running back. You could go wide receiver. Am I going to go quarterback? That would be really dumb if I did that right now.
Right now?
Ollie Gordon.
Ollie
Numero
Gordon,
uno.
First running back off the board.
Numero uno.
And with that, I am on the clock. So let's
I don't even get a chance to explain why. Wow.
go ahead and explain why, and then we'll go ahead into my pick.
He's low key, probably the best player in the Big 12 this year on a team that's going to need him if they are going to sniff a Big 12 championship game, which I don't think they are this year.
Production
that's just me.
Production is going to be there.
Production is there.
If he replicates numbers that he had last year, that's an excellent pick. Now, do we think he's going to regress any? I don't know. Does he drive drunk again? I don't know.
It's quite
risk.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
Is his coach going to drive drunk thousands of times? Who knows?
Of course.
That could happen.
That is definitely going to happen.
That would not be the first time. It probably also happened on a game weekend. Any other commentary on the pick?
No.
I think it's a great pick.
The
only thing that I can say that is he's not like a big receiving back. So in a PPR league, those are kind of the guys you want to go for.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ted McMillan.
Wide receiver. Ooh. Welcome
From
to the Big
Arizona.
12.
Ooh.
I mean,
like it.
why am I picking this guy? This guy was an absolute freak athlete last year. He's going to be. He was preseason Big 12 receiver, wide receiver, all Big 12, and I have a feeling he could put up 1,000 yards this season. He's a 5-star recruit. The dude is legit, and I think he's going to put up some tuds too. So I want those points.
He's definitely going to get the ball thrown his way 1,000,000 times a game, which is it could bode well. Now, I mean, I'm going to say something. It's going to sound a little hypocritical when I make my pick next, but it's a team to a new conference, and who knows how that bodes in terms of how they play and different road trips and all that stuff. How will the production stay the same going to a new conference?
Hopefully it comes at the end of the season, not the beginning. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I would agree with
that. After week, does Bob play him week 3?
No. Well, with the way, I mean, we had Jordan Riley speak today during a press conference saying that they're turning over the ball all the time on this K-State offense. So I don't know if I really, I don't know if I would really want to play either like a Noah Fafita in week 3 either. So not that I'm previewing my quarterback pick, but someone's probably going to snatch him up before I do. Chef, you're on the clock.
I think this is fantasy, and we have to put our feelings aside, all of that noise. I'm going quarterback, and I'm going Shedeur Sanders.
Okay.
I think Shedeur Sanders is a stat merchant. I mean, obviously, getting sacked doesn't affect your fantasy points. So, maybe strip sacks is a problem, but he didn't turn the ball over a ton outside. He had 3 picks last year with 20-something touchdowns. I think that's a pretty good ratio. And, another year, I think they're a little bit better team than they were last year. So let's throw Shedeur in there and get feisty at quarterback.
All right. And with that, you are also still on the clock since we're doing snake draft style.
Man, oh man. Now this is where it gets interesting. One running back's already been taken. One wide receiver's already been taken. Is there going to be a run on any of those positions? I think running back is the deepest. So maybe you need to get in on wide receivers while you can. But I'm going to stick with running back, and I'm going to go Devin Neal.
Devin Neal.
I think, as much as I hate the Jayhawks as any other K-Stater out there, production is proven. He is kind of sharing the backfield, but if Glass Boy does Glass Boy, they're going to have to lean on the running back more than, usual, just similar to last year. I mean, he got a lot of his touches in that Wildcat. He's doing a lot of that too. So I'm going to go Devin Neal. I think he's a solid player, and I like him. I wish he would have went to K-State, to be honest.
It would have been nice if he did, but alas, he's a squawk. So, okay. So again, I'm stuck here. Do I go wide receiver, quarterback, or running back? And I'm thinking
a baller move would be tight end, but
I am thinking I want to go with DJ Giddens.
Interesting.
That is a great pick. I like that pick a lot. I like it a lot.
I had to close the gap on running back. I was the only one that hadn't selected one. Let's go. Here we go. Matt, your next 2 picks.
All right. So I am going to go wide receiver. I'm going to go with Kobe Hudson, UCF wide receiver.
Okay.
He's on the preseason All Big 12 team. I think he's going to soak it up. And he's going to
soak it up. Was he play for BYU?
He plays for BYU. He's gonna soak up on the receptions. KJ's gonna get him the ball. But I think I think UCF's gonna have a pretty good season. So I definitely believe in them. And then this is a tough one. I'm just thinking of all the other quarterbacks in the conference, and I don't want to be. I don't know if I want to be the guy.
Be the guy.
I don't know if I want to be the guy.
You get 3 of them, so it's all right.
I know that's true.
That's true.
All right, it's gonna happen. Give me the boy.
Oh man,
give me the boy.
Give it to him. Type it in. Type the first initial in.
Oh yeah. V.
Oh my God.
R-Y.
Sunshine himself. Let's
my
go.
goodness.
So this is tough. It's tough.
Is it? Is it though?
You picked all of the you were the naysayer when we did our offensive preview. You said he wasn't going to break any of those school records except all total yards, if I remember right.
But here's the thing. Now that he's on my fantasy team, it's either going to tank or we're going to the chip. So might as well we'll play one of the options.
I like the strategy, man.
Okay. I
think he's a stud, dude.
Well, I guess I'm playing follower here. I'm going to maybe go wild card here on this one.
Oh.
But I'm going to go with KJ.
Oh.
I think he is going to have a great statistical year. And I think I really truly believe, and I've believed this since really off-season day one, that UCF's going to be the dark horse this year. They just absolutely loaded up in the portal, absolutely loaded up with great recruits under Malzahn. I feel good about UCF this season. I'm really fucking glad we don't play them in the regular season.
Malzahn said that he's the closest thing to Cam Newton that he's ever had since Cam Newton. So the guy's been coaching a long time, and if you can get anything sniffing Cam Newton out of KJ Jefferson, that's UCF is scary, and KJ Jefferson will be the reason. That's a lot of stats that he could put up
for sure.
All right, so it's back on to me. We're all playing follow the leader here, and this is typical fantasy stuff. We're all getting a little spooked at the positions. I'm gonna go receiver. I'm gonna go Brennan Presley at Oklahoma State. I think he's a reception horde. He's just gonna take them all in. I think he's the number one option, really. I mean, he's not necessarily the deep threat that he's going to get you over the top, but bubble screens, and he finds his way to the end zone a lot. Well, from what I remember, I don't know, that stats might not back that up, but and I think he's doing punt return, and if he scores on punt return, that counts, right? Maybe not. I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with receiver. And this is going to be, I feel like I'm all rivalry with K-State. Like all the rival teams are getting picked by me. I'm going Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel?
How did I know?
Jalen Noel, Iowa State. We were one of his finalists when he was getting recruited. And, he's turned, I didn't think he was going to be I thought he was going to be similar to Brennan Presley, but he's turned into a physical monster. And he's the number one option at Iowa State, a more pass-heavy Iowa State team now. So, let's go Jalen Noel, and my receiver core is looking solid right now.
It's looking pretty good, I would say. And Noel is very good. So I think you're doing pretty well so far. I'm going to go ahead and break the seal at tight end, and I'm going with Brant Queeth.
Yes. Let's go.
I believe that's how his name is pronounced. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that
sounds very similar to a very similar word.
Yeah. Similar to that sound too. But
yeah, I'm going with Brant.
I think that's a really good pick. Obviously, the rules of this fantasy league is you get 6 games with your tight end, so you're getting the most value. If you think he's a really good player, you're getting the most value out of him. That's a risk because tight ends don't usually put up the production. But if he's getting in the end zone, then
we know anything about Utah tight ends, and they do produce.
We could be in trouble, Matt. If that dude is scoring touchdowns every game, we're in a world of hurt.
All right, Matt, you're on the clock.
Oh man. The tight end knowledge just isn't there for me, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, outside of that guy, I'm hurting too.
It's
I'm literally Googling it right now.
It's sneaky.
I'm really Googling it. Well, I know from a wide receiver perspective, I'm going to go with another preseason All Big 12 candidate, Jaden Higgins, Iowa State. I'm taking the other Iowa State wide receiver. Yeah, I know.
He's good too.
He's good too. He's good too. But his senior season, I mean, we're putting a lot of respect in this Iowa State offense, aren't we?
Yeah, we currently are. I don't like how that sounds either.
I don't like how that sounds. But I kind of have to trust I'm trusting the numbers a little bit, seeing how that's going to go. Oh man, tight end, huh?
Oh, you're going tight end.
I mean,
you're feeling a little nervous?
Yeah. I don't know. Not really. Running back, Taj Brooks.
Oh man.
That's a
Great
good
pick.
pick.
Great pick.
Taj Brooks.
Dude, great pick. Damn it.
That is a really, really good pick.
That's
Appreciate it.
another production guy that is he's gonna get the rock so much, dude. He's gonna get the rock so much.
You know, maximum 4 games. Gotta play it out.
Okay. God, I hate to do this. I'm going with Travis Hunter.
Oh, that is huge. That is huge. I like it. I like it a lot.
I feel like he didn't do nearly as much production last year, wide receiver, as he probably could have. So I'm curious if they really did do better with their offensive line in the offseason, and assuming that Coach Prime's locker room isn't an absolute utter disaster like it is, I feel good about at least the connection between Shador and Travis from a quarterback wide receiver standpoint. He put up like 700 plus yards last season. I think he only had 5 touchdowns, but I think I can see that touchdown number improving.
The problem is how much will he play offense with him going both ways? You know, that he's supposedly the best athlete in college sports right now. So if the stamina's there, he's obviously one of the best players in college football.
Yeah.
And so it's not a bad pick for sure. I'm going to go back onto the quarterback train. I'm going Noah Fafita. I think he's in the statistical, like, you know, air raid offense. He's going to put up numbers. Similar to what I said about the McMillan pick. How will it translate under a new coach? I don't know if they're necessarily running a new system, but you know, it's a risk that you got to take because you've seen the arm, you've seen all that. I think that's the way to go. And then this pick, tight end. Do I want to go?
Gary
Oaks. That's what I'm thinking. Like, do I want to go Oak Dog? I'm not.
There's
gonna go.
Lack of KSU on your team.
There is, and it's actually kind of gross.
It's a cat's pod.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it going. Maybe this is why none of the players for K-State didn't make the All Big 12 team. Like, I'm proving it right now. Like, I'm not even thinking about them right now. I'm gonna go RJ Harvey at running back. I'm gonna fill it. I'm gonna take my second pick at running back, and I'm gonna take RJ Harvey.
Very nice, very nice. I think he's a good pick too. Oh, shit. Okay, let me go back. I'm gonna go with Cam Rising.
Okay.
Right off the bat there, QB2, Cam Rising. Oh, who knows? I'll probably start him in game 1 for all we know. But I'm surprised he hasn't been picked yet, to be honest with you. He's a pretty damn good quarterback, and he was probably going to be in my top. I mean, he's in my top 5 that I had for my kind of like mock draft that I put together.
The only issue is he hasn't played football in like 2 years, so
that's okay.
It's like he's rested. He's like rested. Yeah, he's rested. Oh, Matt's in deep thought right now.
He is.
He went mute because he went mute. That's how you know it's
and with
real.
His pick, we'll be halfway through the draft. So I will say we're making great time tonight.
Oh man,
we are hauling ass. We might be able to, you know, we could probably break down the teams a little bit more.
Yeah,
maybe go into where we're thinking about scheduling our plays, because I'm going to look at schedules probably as soon as I get off here to see where I'm going to go.
Here's week 0, week 1. Yeah, it's going to be
all right. I am going tight end. I'm going Drake Dabney from TCU.
Sneaky.
So for everybody who's probably never heard his name before, it's quite possible. He transferred from Baylor.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Big rivalry
transfer. Yeah.
But he was Big 12 honorable mention at tight end last season. Got to thank.
He put up numbers too.
Yeah, put up numbers.
Yeah, he did.
33 catches, 5 receiving touchdowns, most receiving yards in the season by a tight end in Baylor history. So we're going him at tight end.
That's a good pick.
And then the quarterback position. See, this one for me, am I trying to win or am I trying to spite God.
What you gonna do?
Am I really gonna say his name?
Say it.
He's just he's just gonna get hurt.
Whoa. You're
No.
going all risk
Garrett
reward.
Green. Garrett Green.
Okay, West Virginia.
I just saw you typing the name and it didn't sit well with me.
He didn't even type his real name.
Real name.
You know, not that I believe in West Virginia, but I do think he's got some talent. And if I got to play quarterback 4 times this season, I think he's got a chance to put up some numbers. I think we're going to get a good tell against Penn State in the first game this season.
We are going to get a good litmus test from West Virginia in that matchup. Okay, I'm going to go with another little bit of a curveball here. I'm going to go with a running back. And this is a guy I watched in many, many Pac-12 After Dark games last season. And he is entering the Big 12. And I absolutely love this guy and watching him on the field. Going with Cam Skattebo, Tim Brando's favorite player. He loves saying his name. I hate Tim Brando, but I love Cam Skattebo.
Skattebo.
And sneaky good player. 783 rushing yards last year, 9 touchdowns. He's solid.
He's unstoppable on College Football 25, by the way.
And they don't have Jaden Rashada anymore, too. So who knows what they've got this backup Michigan State quarterback that's transferred in. I think that offense, similar to a lot of teams that are maybe mediocre at best at quarterback, is going to have some solid running back numbers this season.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go tight end, and I'm going to fill out my tight end room right now. I'm just going to fill it out. I'm going to go Cole Taylor from West Virginia. And then I'm going to go Garrett Oakley.
Okay.
Let's go. Oaktown, baby. Oaktown, stand up.
I was really hoping you wouldn't pick Oakley.
I finally got some K-State spice on my team. I'm the first one to fill out the tight end room. It's going to be real selective that I'm going to have to go probably Garrett Oakley at the beginning of the season because West Virginia has a tough opening start to their season. So I'm going to go, those are my 2 tight end picks. I feel really good about them. You obviously got the number 1, and Drake Dabney is a really good pick who I had on my board, and I had to kind of scramble for the West Virginia tight end. But that's okay. That is okay.
That is okay. Scheisse. Okay. I'm going to go tight end as well. And I'm going to go with, I'm going to butcher this guy's name because I haven't looked it up. Shimon Matire from Colorado as well.
Shimon Matire. Who the hell is that?
Look him up.
Any Arizona State?
He was Arizona State. Wait. Did he transfer to Arizona State from CU? Yeah, he did. Okay. I'm going with him, but he's from Arizona State.
He did go to Colorado for a second for like a cup of coffee, and then he he saw what Dion was doing and was like, I'm out of here.
The list I was looking at had him at CU still, so shit. My bad.
All good.
I'm going with it.
He's still the same player, just different jersey.
5 touchdowns.
Let's go. Matt?
Fireball Matt. You're on the clock and you're also on mute.
That's my bad. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking out loud.
Deep in thought.
I'm deep in thought.
What do you think? What position are you thinking? Because right now you need one of everything. Just one of everything.
Yeah.
So I'm debating between.
Old debater.
I am going to go with Rashad Evans, Oklahoma State,
Set a tight
as
end?
a wide receiver.
Oh, okay. So you just basically took all my backups. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
That's an interesting way to put that.
You took the number 2 receiver on all my teams.
Interesting way to put that. Lordy goodness. Oh, I don't need any more time.
What does Rashad Evans bring to the table? What is he doing?
He was the number 2 wide receiver last year. If you
Yeah,
didn't know.
is he the big boy? I think he's a big one.
No,
I think he's a big one.
He's a big one.
He's a big one.
All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's only 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
A. I am gonna go with running back.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Corey Kiner from
Running
Cincinnati.
back?
From Cincinnati.
Oh no!
He
What?
put up numbers last year.
Who is this guy?
He had 1,000-yard year last year.
Did he? I would have never known that.
Did he?
Cincinnati.
He had 12,000, or excuse me, 1,200.
12,000. My God.
12,000.
12,000 games. Oh my God.
He had 12,000 yards.
1,000 yards a game.
Yeah. So I think he's a little under the radar, and sometimes you got to pick under the radar guys. So
no, that's a good. I mean,
Similar
that's a good
to
draft steal, maybe.
Yeah, similar to the Scatterboo pick a little bit.
Scatterboo.
I was debating about quarterback, but
You're holding off, eh?
I'm holding off.
Quarterback. This is where it gets a little interesting because we're solidly in the B or C tier of Big 12 quarterbacks now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
With the exception of maybe one guy.
Yep.
Are you gonna do it?
Yep.
I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm going with Glass Boy.
Jalen Daniels. Wow.
But here's the deal. If he does get injured and is out for the season, I'm gonna have to pick someone from the barrel of monkeys, and that could be Rocco Becht. It could be Donovan Smith. I don't know.
He could be your number 1 quarterback.
He could mess around and be that guy.
If he doesn't suck and if he doesn't get hurt and die.
Oh my God.
He won't do that. That's so mean.
Let's not hope for death.
I'm not saying
we don't hope for players to get hurt. We want to be fair and square.
Any of these.
We want to be players fair and square.
We're gonna beat them too, so that's a given. I'm on the clock. On the clock. I'm going running back. I'm going CJ Donaldson from West Virginia. Big boy. I think he's gonna be a touchdown hound down at the goal line. Give it to the big boy. Let him run it in.
Junior.
Yes, CJ Donaldson.
Oh, you idiots. This guy.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, am I cutting out?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't do this to me. I can't have that. I'm going to take a little bit of a flyer here. And I'm going to go wide receiver. And I'm going to go homer because I think he's going to have a very, very good year. I'm going to go Jace Brown, Kansas State University.
Wow.
I like it.
It's a big risk. It's a big risk. It's a risky pick.
Wow.
But I think it's going to pay out for me at the end of the year.
I like the pick quite a bit. He's just a phenomenal player. This is where it gets tricky for me. I mean, it's been tricky the whole time. It's not like this has been an easy exercise. I'm going to go with Lawrence Arnold.
Oh, KU. He is KU's number
Lawrence
1.
Arnold.
Yeah.
He's KU's number 1. I think he had 9 touchdowns last season. So this is purely a point chasing pick for me.
I mean, he could get it done. He could get it done.
Could.
All right, we're down to the last 3 picks, Matt, for you.
All right. I'm going defense.
Defense.
I'm going with Utah.
Hey, that's a
good pick.
Okay.
Utah returns 8 starters from last season. And they have a couple good transfers that have come in. Have to reward a good year last season. and defense is always tough, especially in college. But I'm going with the Utes.
He's a Ute.
And then I get one more.
And it's a quarterback. Oh no, you got two more picks.
Quarterback and a tight end.
I need a quarterback and a tight end. Well, tight end, I can't really. There isn't anybody pressing out there, so I'm going quarterback. I'll take Rocco Becht.
Oh, Rocco's Modern Life. Very underrated cartoon.
Right, yeah,
great
cartoon. That is a great one.
Same creators as SpongeBob as well.
Obviously, he'll have to develop, and hopefully, if he improves, he'll be in the running to be playing a decent amount. But I'm gonna go Rocco here.
I'm going to go defense as well.
Oh no, I'm lagging. I'm
picking
up.
the Cats. I'm picking the Cats. Cats defense. They're going to have a phenomenal. Even going back to last season, they had a phenomenal defense. When you look at the teams that had the best defensive efficiency stats, K-State was always part of that conversation. Top 20, top 25. Utah's right up there as well. There's really only one other option for the Big 12, maybe two, based on just last year's numbers. So I didn't really want to risk any of those other teams. Maybe Arizona, but I'm going with the safe bet. It's Cats.
Smart man. I like the pick. Special teams, though. Will we have a
He's got an NFL special teams coordinator now as an analyst.
I like it.
And
see,
that's where coach.
That's why ball right there. See, that's the difference. I think that's going to make K-State a little bit of a difference maker in terms of special teams. Chris Tennett's going to have a turnaround this year.
Edwards.
Let me ask you an honest question.
Yeah.
The special teams last season showed nothing.
Ass.
So you think that one player is going to make a difference in special teams?
No, I think one coach is going to make a difference.
You think so?
I think Dylan Edwards can make a huge difference.
I don't disagree, but it's.
I think the Chris Tennant progression obviously is going to be a massive step forward in terms of our special teams. Not being able to kick long field goals and being consistent with those, I think, is a huge for Chris Tennant. Then also a special teams coordinator that's solely devoted to that instead of having, some, analyst that they call a special teams coach that's, here for a cup of tea and ready to go to the NFL at any time. I think this guy is a difference maker with Dylan Edwards on punt return. I think he's more explosive than Phillip Brooks, and Phillip Brooks had a lot of damn punt returns, and we got it done. So I think we're going to take a very big step forward. Now it's defensive special teams. And I think we upgraded on defense as well. So I love the pick. If he wasn't going to pick him, I was going to pick him. So great job, Bob.
I'm putting a lot of stock into the K-State defense improving and the kind of the ball bouncing in the right direction for guys like Marquis Siegel, guys like Jordan Riley. Again, he had his press conference today, and that press conference alone was enough to convince me to make this pick. So that's it.
That's beautiful. Well said. Huh. I'm going to go with my last two picks. I'm completely done with the draft. It's all to me. This is my shining moment. I'm going to go Oklahoma State for defense special teams.
Solid.
I think that is the clear choice. These are the three best defenses. I don't know about special teams for Utah, but I know their defense is really good. We're going to see about K-State's defense, but I think their special teams is going to be really good this year. And Oklahoma State, solid defense, usually have pretty solid kickers. I'm okay with this. I'm okay. I think it is third on the rung in terms of defensive special teams, but when it comes to fantasy defense, I think you're just kind of hanging on for dear life, especially in college. Giving up a lot of points is something that happens quite a bit. So I think I got the third worst one. Well, out of us. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to take the last few picks I've had have been all risked. And I'm not going to stop now. And it's between you guys don't need quarterbacks, so we can talk about it. It's between Donovan Smith and a newcomer, Daquan Finn. I don't know where to go here because Donovan is going to put up numbers, but he's in a new system with what's the guy, the Kansas guy that took over.
Wait,
he's originally from Kansas, but he came from Tulane.
Willie Fritz.
Willie Fritz.
Yeah.
Their offense, doesn't scream, air raid, but that's what Donovan Smith does. So I don't know if they're going to change everything around over there, and they're going to be really bad. But Daquan Finn's going to an equally bad Baylor team from a lower division in the MAC. So it's kind of, and I think those are really, I just don't trust the numbers that Alan Bowman's going to put up. Like, that just doesn't make sense for me to pick him. And Garrett Green, everybody else in that range, all the good quarterbacks are gone. So I'm picking from the C team. And I think I'm going to go. Ooh, I'm going to go Daquan Finn. I'm going to go Daquan Finn. Daquan Finn, he was a dog with Toledo. He was fun watching Maction, but can he do it with Baylor and save Dave Aranda's job?
That I don't know.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question.
Okay. I really want to pick with my heart here, but I just don't
be the heart here.
Oh.
No, say it. So Dylan Edwards.
I just don't know. know.
Hey, if he's putting up numbers like people are saying, that's a PPR dog right there.
I think you should. That's a great pick. You should go.
That is a good pick.
Plus, theoretically, if he's lined out at the slot, I still get those points. If he's scoring points on special teams, I still get those points.
And he's the backup to your number one guy. So if DJ Giddens, knock on wood. If DJ Giddens goes down, Dylan Edwards is the number one back, and then you get to pick up another back out of the thing. So you're really no risk here. I think it's all upside.
Well, here's the thing though, because there are a couple other guys, Jaheim White from West Virginia, a guy who we all hate in Abu Sama III from Iowa State, which I just don't know if I can trust his numbers from one game. If he's going to, if any of that production is going to extrapolate into next year, because it was a fluke game. It was a weird game.
Maybe it snows in
Grass from Baylor, and then Dylan Edwards. Like, that's my list right now.
Maybe it snows in August in Iowa, and he's just putting up crazy numbers again.
Oh, fuck it. I'm going Dylan Edwards.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
What
a terrible strategy move that was, but whatever.
I did not
egging you on. Like, you have to play these guys at least 4 games, which means he's going to split time. You need to have him have a monster game somehow in the game you pick.
He might, though. It might.
Oh my!
I like it.
That's hilarious.
I might start him in game 1.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna light up Middle Tennessee.
Oh my God.
UT Martin. Oh man. Wow, I get the last pick.
And it's going to be an anticlimactic one. My
God.
God. Way to finish on a bang.
A tight end, yeah. Well, this is a good opportunity to take my 2 minutes to just thank everybody in the room, right? Everybody who's been here supporting me, day after day. And
all 138 people watching on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let's go.
7 on YouTube.
I'm excited to get the feedback about our teams from everyone who's listening on this or any streaming platform, or maybe you're listening to this while at Andy Mays.
Did Jalen Daniels
I had to throw that up from our guy Braden Turner.
Jaden Daniels did not die. I am going to go with Malik Carr from Houston.
Carter?
My Carr.
It's just Carr.
C-A-R-R.
Yeah.
My reasoning.
They throw the ball a lot, supposedly.
They throw the ball a lot. He caught 30 passes for 352 yards and 3 touchdowns last season, and he has the highest grade of any transfer tight end in the FBS from Pro Football Focus or whatever the hell they use.
Man, look at those teams. Look at those teams, brother.
All right, these are the final teams. So from top to bottom, Matt's team is Avery Johnson from K-State, Garrett Green from West Virginia, and Rocco Becht from Iowa State. Those are his quarterbacks. He's got 3 running backs: Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State, Taj Brooks from Texas Tech, Corey Kiner from Cincinnati. Sneaky good running back room.
The running back
even
room
though
is
Ollie
not
Gordon not
sneaky at all. That's
no,
not
Ollie Gordon
sneaky at
not
all.
sneaky. Corey Kiner's a bit of a sneaky pick,
Yes.
I would say, but. And then wide receivers, Kobe Hudson from UCF, Jaden Higgins from Iowa State, Rashad Owens from Oklahoma State. And then tight ends are Drake Dabney from TCU, formerly of Baylor, Malik Carr from Houston, and then his defense and special teams unit is the Utah Utes.
Hold on, before I kind of want to throw this out there. We talked about it, Bob, but should we, because it's defensive special teams and we don't have a kicker selection, should we count the kicker's stats with the defensive special teams? Do you want to do that?
I would say
I'm
yes.
down for that.
We didn't pick kickers, did we?
No, we didn't pick kickers, but if we want to count defensive special teams, like if a field goal, I can see how long their field goal was when they kick it and, do the math and see how many points that's worth, 4 for 40, 3 for...
Is this, Chef, is this because you at one point in time wanted to trade our offensive line for Oklahoma State's kicker?
That was 2 seasons ago. I have no idea who Oklahoma State's kicker is right now, but there was a time when I was willing to trade a K-State O lineman for a kicker. And,
wasn't it Duffy? Who was it that you wanted to trade?
Hot take central.
Who was that I wanted to trade? Was it KT Leviston at the time?
It was KT.
Damn. And he turned out to be
a really bad game, too.
Yeah, he turned out to be a stud. So that's not a good look by me. That's one of my worst takes. So, lay it on me.
And you've had plenty.
Yeah. Oh, too many to count. But, is that, or do we want to agree on that?
Sure.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fine.
Yeah. Vote yay in the chat.
And so if a kicker has negative stats, that obviously counts as a negative point, or like a missed field goals. Is that a -3?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Well,
I'm taking a risk then.
I'll get the scoring out to you guys and we could put it online and everything if we want to do that.
Yeah. All right, my team. I've got KJ Jefferson from UCF, a quarterback, Cam Rising, and Jalen Daniels. We know where all 3 of those guys go to school. I won't say the names. Running back, DJ Giddens, Cam Scatabo from Arizona State. Edwards. I'm double dipping in K-State running backs. Wide receiver, I've got Tetaroa McMillan of Arizona, Travis Hunter from Colorado, and Lawrence Arnold from Lawrence, Kansas. Tight end, I've got Brant Queeth from Utah.
I'm pretty sure it's it's Cooey Day.
Maybe it's
okay. I'm gonna look up University.
Well, I thought it was Colthy for a second, but there's no L.
I'm gonna look up and see if they have a pronunciation thing on the site here.
On the site.
On the site. Oh shoot, where is it?
Oh boy.
Pronunciation.
Oh Lord.
Pronunciation. I don't know.
We'll never know.
I'll get there. And then Shimon Matire from Arizona State, even though I thought he went to Colorado. And defense and special teams is K-State.
I like it. I like the team. I think you have the best wide receiver core out of anybody, to be honest. I think that's the most explosive, most touchdown producing wide receiver unit out of all of us.
Got a solid tight end room too, because Brant's pretty good.
This isn't the NFL. Here's the thing: the tight ends are really not making as big of an impact as we think they're going to.
Also, Brant's last name not pronounced Queeth. It is Keithy.
Keithy.
Brant Keithy. Oh my God. Okay. Chef, pretty interesting team here. I will say. Shador Sanders from Colorado, Noah Fafita from Arizona, Daquan Finn from Baylor. At running back, he has Devin Neal from KU, RJ Harvey from UCF, and CJ Donaldson Jr. Don't forget the junior from West Virginia. And then at wide receiver, Brennan Presley from Oklahoma State, Jalen Knoll from Iowa State, and Jace Brown from the Cats. At tight end, he has Cole Taylor from West Virginia and Garrett Oakley from the Cats. And defense and special teams is Oklahoma State.
Let's go, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I don't know. I'll let you guys. I let the fans get where they think the best team is. This would be a pretty interesting vote. I feel good about my team. I think we all feel really good about our teams, and it's going to be really interesting to see where we play each of our players for their maximum of 4 games, and that could determine a lot of who's going to win the league.
Yeah, let's. If you're in the comments, if you're watching this live, go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments on YouTube or on Twitter with who you think has the best team offhand. Just looking at it at face value, and do we want to get into week 0, week 1, what we're thinking, who we might be starting? Start to look at
just whatever comes to the heart. You know, it's the heart. Whatever I feel.
It's a lot of heart from Matt.
Also, do we have any Big 12 teams playing a week 0 game?
No,
I don't know, but I threw it in there anyway.
I don't think we do.
Okay, so week 1 it is.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, for me, I think I want to go with who I think. So this is my logic with Shador. I think they're going to, try to run up the score. Well, they got North Dakota State, so who knows? I think I might go with who I think is going to put up like the most video game numbers and not necessarily get pulled out. So it could be Shador, it could be Noah Fafita. I think Daquan Finn. Hey, that's my mom. Shout out to moms out there. She's always got my back. And she put pics as in it's like a picture of me. I love that.
Great pics.
At first, I thought you said great pecs.
Definitely don't have those anymore, but yes. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this. Oh,
less than 3 weeks.
We can talk about what we want to put on the line for this if we want to do that. Later down the road, maybe we'll do a shameful, maybe something positive for the winner, and last place gets shamed somehow.
You do that really spicy hot sauce.
Last place gets shamed.
Douse
with hot sauce is a fun way to do it as well.
Your mom clarified she meant great pics on the wall.
I was kidding.
She meant on the wall. So she doesn't actually like your fantasy team. She just you have a great backdrop.
Yeah, your fantasy team sucks.
Thanks, Mom. Shout out to the moms out there.
Well, we've gone almost an hour. I don't have any other commentary unless you guys do.
No, I don't. I like where we're at, and this was fun. This was a fun exercise. Maybe we can continue this into the future.
We will, because we're going to keep track of this every week. So you will get to look forward to us having a segment every week where we go through who won and who lost. And there's going to be, technically 2 losers every week, because if we're going kind of round robin style, who gets the most points, then that's going to be interesting. So, but that's going to do it for us today. Once again, we want to shout out our sponsors, Pat's Beef Jerky and Annie Mae's Parlor. Check them out if you're in Manhattan. Either go to the Fridge Liquor Store to pick up the jerky, or go to Auntie Mae's Parlor in the heart of Aggieville at 616 North 12th Street. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Remember also patsbeefjerky.com. Use the promo code CATS for 10% off your order. Additionally, we are the K-State representative on the College Huddle, which is the largest community of fan-driven content in the nation. So check them out as well at thecollegehuddle.com and follow them on social media at College Huddle. Last but not least, you can follow our show at Cocaine Willie on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, or follow us individually. I'm at Bob Trollsby. Chef is at Chef Andre Napier, and Fireball Matt is at Matt Marchesini. Chef.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, baby.
We are all coke and no joke, except for my fantasy team, Wildcat Country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Your team sucks.
You suck.
You suck.